Alright, so today's leg day. We're starting with seated hamstring curls. Like I said, this week we're going up in sets instead of up in weight. So keep the weight the same and just do 4 sets. This week we're gonna focus on more quad compounds. So we're gonna do squat, pendulum squat, and probably leg press today. And we're not gonna do any RDLs or anything like that. Just we're gonna fill up the hamstrings with blood. Just seated hamstring and line hamstring curls, and that'll be for the hamstrings for the day. We already got our mile in run here, so legs are decently warm. The reason I don't want to do leg extensions today, my shins are hurting, but let's get to it. This is gonna be our first set. Let's see how 160 feels. Might go a little bit heavier, but let's just fill it out first. I'll control the weight. Squeeze at the bottom. Control it all the way through. I don't really count my reps anymore. I just kind of go to I can't anymore. And you kind of get a feel for if you're doing too many or too little. So now we have some lying hamstring curls. This will be our second hamstring exercise. And then after this, we move on to quads. I like to keep my toes pointed for as long as possible. It's harder when your toes are pointed. I don't know why, but just trust me. Okay, so now we are on the pendulum squat. This is one of my favorite squat variations, I guess you'd call it, just because it's hard. So if you have one of these, utilize them. Same, no shoes. Most of my leg day is done with no shoes. So here we go. This is just warm up the movement. No weight here. Even though the legs are already warm, I still like to warm up every movement because it's, every muscle is slightly different. Like this one, feel it slightly, like I feel it like a little bit more on my knees right now, but yeah, I'm just gonna warm this up, and yeah. It's too many beautiful women in here, bro. Too many. Okay, now we're here, and we just got 2 or 145 on each side. With these, pretty hard to go up and weight or have a lot of weight on the bar. This is plenty. We'll probably throw a 10 on, depending on how they fit, how it feels. Let's get it. Okay, so that was that. Okay, so me personally, I don't squat or deadlift, no shoes on. Closer to your ground, the more stable your foot is gonna be. So my recommendation when you're squatting or deadlifting, no shoes. I don't care if they're platform shoes. If you have platform shoes, you're probably not watching this video anyway, so. I should probably put my hair up. It's up there. So what I like to do is find rings on both sides, put my pinky on them. And I like to put my pinky underneath the bar. I don't know why I started doing this, but I just like it. Get under the bar nice and even. I'm going to stack our hips under the bar. So think about everything directly under the bar, lift off. One foot back, other foot back, adjust as needed. You want your toes out slightly, feet firmly planted. And so you want to go back and down. It is a myth that you cannot put your knees over your toes. Do not listen to nobody that is old thinking. Putting your knees over your toes is just fine. If you're new to putting your knees over your toes, you do want to start with lower weight anytime your knees are over your toes so you can build those muscles first. But we're just warming up here. I always recommend warming up over stretching. You want to get the blood flowing. You don't want to stretch the muscle before you're about to work it. That doesn't make any sense. You want it as strong as possible, and it's not going to be as strong as possible if it's stretched out, you know? Okay, as you can see, hair is now up. We've all seen those videos. Cut to. So now we just have 135 on the bar. Some of you may not know, I actually broke my back. So this is years ago, obviously, this is back 2020. But I do not squat past 185, 235, necessarily because of that reason, but I'm just weak in general in the lower body region. Even though I would say my legs match my body, I don't feel like I have super chicken legs, but yeah, so let's do a couple reps of this, see how we're feeling. I try to not do any quad dominant movements to try and go slightly heavier just to see how I feel, but we're still gonna do the 4 sets of this. So here we go. It's like hips up, back, adjust as needed. So overall, felt pretty good. We'll see how we feel though. Okay, I have 185 on the bar. See how this goes. So, felt pretty good. Lower back a little bit tight now. We'll go to 225 just because I haven't done it in a minute. And my quads aren't pre-exhausted, so it should move fine for maybe like 3 reps. And then after that, I'll see if I want to do it again, or we go back down to 185, finish out our sets. Okay, now we have 225 on the bar. No matter how this moves, this will be my top set or top weight for the day, just because this week is not about going heavy for me. So let's see how this feels. Actually, I need to change the song. I need a better song than this. Oh, Apple Music Shuffle sucks, bro. When Iceman comes out, straight movie. So as expected, heavy, but it felt pretty good. My back feels good a little bit. Doesn't feel worse than last set, so that's great. We're all gonna knock it down to 185 to finish out the set. I won't show you that, but yeah. Alrighty. So this will be our last big exercise for today. Now most people do leg press. They load up really heavy, trying to go as heavy as they can because this is the machine that you can do the most weight on, free weight machine, whatever. You can do the most weight on this machine. Me personally, the leg press is not necessary at all for leg growth. What I like to do it for is strictly to get blood in the legs. So I go lower weight. Right now we're warming up. As you can see, I'll do maybe 10 reps. Throw another 45 on, maybe another one after that, but you keep the weight moderate and you do 20 to 30 reps, if not more. In my opinion, the leg press is it should be used for higher reps. You're not doing anything, you're not growing anything, you're not hitting any records. Like, it doesn't translate to your squat by doing, your 2 rep max on this. So this machine should be used for higher reps, in my opinion. So here we go. And your legs should be pretty cooked after this. So this is more of like a quote unquote finisher. I don't believe in all those, those key words, but I guess that's what this is. So then after this, we are going to do abs and lower back. So I have been neglecting my lower back just because I've always had pain there since high school, and I don't know if it's because it's weak or not or what. But one thing that I'm going to start working on is building strength in my lower back, because some of the things that I'm going to do require lower back strength. And lower back strength translates to every lift, in my opinion. Your squat, your deadlift, stability on the bench, everything. So lower back strength is really key. Abs is always key. If you're going to do anything, pull-ups. If you want to do anything, get up the stairs, your abs are key. And, they look cool. So, and remember, try to keep that lower back on the back pad. It's okay if it goes up slightly, but you don't want it like lifting up or anything like that. Okay, so we're probably going to go for 20 reps here, maybe more. We'll see how I feel. My legs are pretty done right now, so let's go. Come on. If your legs don't burn after that, you're doing something wrong. Okay, so I'm gonna do these hyper bit extensions for your lower back. And once we're done with these, we'll move on to the Roman chair, and we'll be done. So with these, I'm not doing any weight. Just focus on stretching out the back and contracting in the lower back, that is. Like I said, we're trying to build strength in the lower back. So here we go.
As you can see, I'm not really squeezing the glutes because that's not what I'm trying to work. I'm more so stretching out the lower back and then bringing it up. So I'm here with it and here. If you're working out your glutes, you'll be kind of driving your hips into the pad, and it's a totally different feeling. Right now, I'm not even trying to squeeze them. So,
okay, so now we're wrapping up our workout, doing abs. I always finish with abs because I know I'm not going to skip them. But if you are going to skip them, do them first. That simple. And yeah, let's just get after it. And I'll do probably 2 more sets of that, and that'll be the workout. Yeah.